Oh, I like her. The lifeguard.
Lifeguard. That's what she left.
We don't like her boss.
That's right over like 5 years.
I have a time sheet where like right because
So you check in like
yes. But the annoying thing is you have to be connected to the Wi-Fi to clock in, and half the time the Wi-Fi doesn't work in the pool. So you have to go stand out in the hallway to clock in and then come back in. But it's better than time sheet. Last year she tracked me down to the cafeteria and started like yelling at me in front of the whole cafeteria that I didn't tie my time sheet. And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was like, you made this.
That's awesome.
Like the one time she tracked my mom down because she's in middle school, my mom teaches in middle school. She went and she gave my time sheet to my mom, so my mom had to give it to me to then bring it back to her. I was like,
Does that person work here? Does that person work here?
she's at the middle school though. It's through community ed.
Right, so would it be easier to get issues there?
She comes in next Thursday.
What is your mom teaching?
My mom is a health teacher.
Middle school health.
My mom taught pretty much everybody in here. I hate middle
Sounds like personal health.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking of her, but you too, I guess. Was she out? Like, I know Keyless had to go.
Yeah, my mom had
Is that hers that he was subbing for?
my mom was out for about
So he had to go teach, which, like, imagine
yeah.
not knowing any of the kids. You have to teach sex ed, a bunch of 6th graders you've never met before.
Yep.
That's rough.
It's easy to do it last year too because my mom was in the hospital. The sex ed in the middle school. It's not that crazy. She gives you like maybe a 2-minute speech and then but it's the not knowing the kids.
Yeah, like, that's sort of something you'd like to have, like, a relationship before. I'm just waiting for you guys to finish writing. You don't have to, like, start doing. You kind of start doing them, but are people still writing? Probably you're locked and loaded. You ready? What?
Oh,
Those are made up. First hour, they're all worried about it. Like, which class is better? Which class does better? Which one's too late better? No judgment. Just making up numbers.
Oh.
They're definitely
Maybe.
Maybe we have this
Maybe.
wrong. We have this wrong.
just because we have that Cornell does not mean we have
So good in Catholic. Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Stupid fellow that you guys are.
Just for the
Okay, I mean, so I might not bad that he's so distraught.
Yeah,
Dude, come on, I'm done.
I mean, everyone makes mistakes in the moment. You just have to do it at a
Just because he's their best defensive lineman, you just can't.
really bad moment.
The refs suck.
I think if Mahomes weren't hurt, he wouldn't have done it. I think he was like saw an opportunity to like. There's like 10 seconds left.
I agree.
It wasn't like he was at the 20-yard line with the chips anyway. That's a huge difference in that kick. Right, yeah.
If I were a Bengals fan, I'd certainly like to see him try it out. Are we good? Are we done? Okay. Quiet, please. So, we got into most of this last time, but then the stuff at the bottom is new. So I'm kind of reviewing last time and then moving forward a little bit. Just distribution of first hour plus second hour. So you're combining two normal curves. I should have said in the questions these are both practically normal. I didn't, but that's normal. That's normal. So I add up the two averages. So that's 157, and then for the standard deviation, I got to combine it using the Pythagorean theorem. So, like, I literally just typed this into the calculator. If it asked me what's the standard deviation, I could find the number if I needed to. But when I'm doing the problems, I just type this in because the calculator is going to find like the precise answer and not round it and do exactly what it's supposed to do anyways. So I don't really worry about what is the actual number. I'm just like, oh, it's the square root of this plus this. First hour minus second hour. So the same thing for the means. First minus second would be -7 for the average. And then remember your standard deviation is the same whether you're adding or subtracting. Those two okay? You guys got a question?
She's asking what the N, which is just
Should I just move forward? Okay. So probability first and second is greater than 165. Well, first hour plus second hour is this distribution. And I want to know the probability that that is bigger than 165. So you could kind of sketch it if you want. The mean's 157. And I'm looking for 165 and above. So remember, like on the right-hand side of that is 99999. So what I really want here is normal CDF 165, comma 9999. That's going to give me everything from 165 and above. And then you always tell the calculator the mean and the standard deviation. Does that make sense where I'm getting the numbers from? Cool, thanks, Bob.
yes.
So I got point, wait, does it not? I got point 198
For what?
for what we just did.
Oh, I'm behind.
Do we agree point 198? Questions on the point 198? Is that part of it?
1197. It's fine. If I actually rounded the.
Yeah, so you can get into a little bit of rounding issues. So I'm doing this, right, which is like the most precise way, but what does it come out to?
9.339.
So if you put, so 9.339, if you put that, you probably get really close to this. If you put like 9.3, you'll get close to that, but a little bit further away. Like this is the most precise, and if you round it, you're going to be close to mine, but not exactly. But that's fine. They're not on a multiple choice test going to give you like 0.198, 0.197, 0.198. You're going to be able to tell. Other questions on that first one there? Did I ever tell you guys the 7-second thing? When I ask if there's questions, I'm supposed to wait 7 seconds to see if anyone responds. Watch how freaking long that feels like. So, number 1.198. Any questions? But that's what they say, that there's some people that won't ask questions until like the 5th or 6th second. But it's so awkward to like wait that long.
Just sit on his.
I was right there.
Do you normally have it out?
No, because after like 3, I just feel like an idiot. Like, so I just move on. But like I'm supposed to wait. I don't know. Didn't it feel weird when I waited that long? Alright, so between 160 and 170, so now I'm just using those as my lower and upper. And then I'm typing in the mean and standard deviation. Again, I like this because it's more precise and I don't even have to calculate it. But if you're rounding, it's fine. For this, I got 0.291. We get 0.291 there. Question on that? All right, third one. This is a little different distribution. So it's first hour plus second hour plus second hour. So I changed it a little bit. So I've got to figure out what that is first. So that would be approximately normal. First hour plus second hour plus second hour. So I've got to do 75 plus 82 plus 82. That's 239. And then it'll be the standard deviation of 8 squared plus 5 squared. I'm sorry, the square root of 8 squared plus 5 squared plus 5 squared. And you can figure out what that is if you want. You can just leave it. And I want to know the probability that that is less than 210. So this is going to be normal CDF. Less than 210 means like what through what? Negative 9999. Up to 210. Any number in that range is less than 210. And then the mean is the 239 up here. The standard deviation is this big long guy. So I got 0.03, I'm sorry, 0.0033. Remember last hour people got like 0.0031 if you rounded the standard deviation instead of using the precise one. Question on that one. Why did you put this here? Where'd you get this from? I got a different answer yet.
When we say that it follows normal distribution, we have to list that that's the mean and standard deviation. So we have to like label it.
On a free response, you would be, yeah, you would go like that. Put them on there. Thank you. Other questions? Alright, so these are the two kind of newer ones. Absolute value is less than 5. I'm sorry, we want when I subtract these two things have an absolute value less than 5. Start telling me numbers that have an absolute value less than 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Negative 1 also has an absolute value less than 5, right? Negative 2. Okay, so what we want is to be within 5 of 0. So this basically just means between negative 5 and 5. So if you see that absolute value, and say we want to be within 5 of 0, so 5 either way. So we want to be between negative 5 and 5. And now I'm on first hour minus second hour. So that is, I erased it. That is negative 7 and then the square root of 8 squared plus 5 squared. So I want to know, this guy, normal CDF, negative 5 comma 5. So that is just, that's what this means, that we want the difference between them to be less than the absolute value of 5. Wouldn't what? Good. Shall I wait 7 seconds? If I just like stared at you. Like I pick out some individual, I'm like, are there any questions? And then the mean and standard deviation, so negative 7, and then you type in the standard deviation. Oh yeah, this is like pi last time. So it's 0.314. Is it the same thing? Question on that one. We'll just put this here, I set it up this way. It's kind of new material, I guess. And then first hour is less than second hour, so the easiest way to do these, don't think about it like first is less than second. Think about it like getting one side of your equation, so it has both other side is equal to 0. I don't know if that makes any sense, but here's what I'm saying. Like if I know first is less than second, let's say I subtracted second from both sides of this equation. I'm doing like an algebra equation. Well, now on the left side, it would say first minus second. And on the right-hand side, what would it say? It would be 0, because second minus second is 0. So this is really what we're after. So it says first is less than second. Rewrite it. So it looks like that. Because we know what first minus second looks like. We have the distribution for that. And I want to know when it's less than 0. So less than 0 is every number over here. So my lower bound is the negative 999, my upper bound is 0. And before we find the answer, just stop and think for a second. Is it more likely than half or less likely than half that first is going to be less than second? Is it probable or unlikely? First hour average is low. So shouldn't first hour be less than second hour? So it should happen like more than half the time. So if you get like 0.3, hopefully you should stop and be like, wait a minute, it was a smaller average. It should happen more than half the time. And kind of just double check your work. But less than 0, so what I want is negative 9999, comma 0, and then I'm going to tell the calculator the mean of the standard deviation. And I know first hour did worse on average, so it should be more likely than not that first is less than second. So if I don't get that, I'm going to double check. So I got 0.77. It's very easy to flip these or put a positive or like there's a lot of goofy stuff people can do here. Sometimes people make 2 mistakes that cancel out and you end up with 0.77 anyway. If you make 1 mistake, you're going to end up with 0.23. But that's where I hope you would stop and be like, well, wait a minute, first hour should be less, like more often because it's a lower score. And literally, you can just go, well, 0.23 doesn't make sense, so it's the opposite. It's 1 minus that. That's going to make sense. Question on, especially those last 2, I like the new ones. Question I can help with on here anywhere? Or have you tried? Alright, give me a second to change these numbers. And it's like your problem set. Make first hour smarter this time. Before you guys get a big head. Yeah, some of you it's too late. I'm going to erase those. Because those are like sheets to kind of help you. age you are, like what grade you're in, and seem to be close to 50-50. Raise your hand if you have kind of. Yeah, that's very sad. Are you allergic? You have cats though, aren't you? Someone was telling me like they're allergic, but they're not allergic.
My grandma did. Oh, his dad. Yeah, my dad.
Is that you?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's good.
My mom.
That's so cute. That's funny. I oh my god. I was so excited. I saw her watch. Yeah, we saw her. We didn't see her at all. Yeah. What? What'd you do? You know, this was after you lost the score. Oh, or the first one. What'd you do? 24. What'd you do? 22. That's what I. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 6:30. Anybody have the score? Oh, I wrote 8 somewhere. So I was gonna say, that's 45 minutes for someone to go, I'll print another one. I was like, oh my god. This one is coffee on the floor. Wait, I still gotta run this off. I know. What? No. Oh, just for Saturday. It's so stupid. No, just for Saturday. Just for Saturday because he said he's not I love her. She's so cool. So I was like so piece of shit. So what? What do you mean? No. Oh, let me try this one more time. I can't read right. There we go. Okay, cool. Time is it up? Can't read it.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Unless I switch this up.
Hey,
Sorry. What's wrong? What?
you can play the language on some of these
I know
juniors.
it's kids these days are so sweary all the time. I keep putting the wrong number. I know that's my problem.
Really thought you were about to swear.
I will never. No, he's so no, definitely.
Yeah.
Swear. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good now. It's good now. Miss you.
So I got 0.21 for the first one. Should I put the second one up or not yet? I don't know how long you're running. Go ahead. I'm just gonna write NCDF because I'm like low on space, but that means normal CDF. Bless you. I got 0.85 for that second one. Are you there? You got questions on those? No. Oh, wait a second. You guys know what restriction is? Do you know what restriction is? Just like it's sitting there.
I'm gonna say somebody probably told us. I don't know. I tell us stuff though. I don't remember it being this big. I had no one showed up on Friday. Yes, so I love.
Oh, once.
Or was like, I'm not going to get this. And so she left in the water. I thought she was living in the water. After that, I thought this whole thing happened. So I take them from that, take them out. So when he shows up, he's got
You guys get 0.999 for this one? Basically one. Yeah, okay.
yes, but I did it wrong. That's not really an answer.
Question on that first chunk of 3 there? Am I good to go to the last 2 or still wait? Good to go. Okay. Alright, if I want to do this, I guess number 5, let's say. No, number 4. If I want this when I subtract these to be less than the absolute value of 10, that means within 10 of 0 either direction, so that's between -10 and 10. And then first hour minus second hour, the mean is 7, and the standard deviation will be the square root of 5 squared plus 7 squared. So make sure you understand where I'm getting all that stuff from. When I see the absolute value of 10, that means like within 10 of 0, so 10 each way, so -10 and 10. The mean I got by doing the first hour mean minus the second hour mean, so it's +7. And then standard deviation, I'm doing the Pythagorean theorem deal. And if I type all this in, I get 0.612-ish. Is that okay for number 4? Question on that? I got something different. Where did you get this? Why did I put this here? This 7 is the mean from subtracting. Alright.
Yeah.
Other questions? First hour is greater than second hour. I would not think about it that way. I would bring the seconds like over to the left side of the inequality by subtracting it and say, okay, that means I want the first minus the second to be greater than 0. And then greater than 0 means I want every single possible number above 0. So 0 and all the way up. And then I tell the calculator the mean and the standard deviation of this distribution, the first minus the second. So that's the 7 and then the squared plus 7 squared. And this should be a fairly high probability because first hour has a higher average. So we should be more likely than not, like higher than 50% when I do this one. If it's not higher than 50%, that's when you gotta stop and double check. Or really just flip your answer around. So I get 0.79, which does make sense. I don't have to worry about flipping it and double checking. Questions on either of those two, especially the bottom two. Okay, so I assigned only one content section so far for this unit, but it's on like literally this. So I would recommend you do it right now. You just learn it, it's fresh in your brain. And you also talk about too, but I would knock that out or try to do as much as you can. Fresh.
It's so warm, and then it was like air my backpack, so then it was like warming.
It's like a heater. So tomorrow we're gonna do those surveys and